And now, Minion Works presents Freelance Heroism.
This week's Freelance Heroism episode is brought to you by some very generous patrons who donated at the producer tier.
Monique, the laser shark. Chris Deeds, the volcano god. Chris Soanes, the lord of dolphin wars. And Orient Tiger, the thunder pickle.
Thanks to all of you for supporting us and laughing at our dumb jokes.
Cry havoc and let slip the dolphins of war! Hey freelancers, and welcome back to Freelance Heroism. I'm Deist.
And I'm Rachel.
We're a D&D 5e actual play podcast. Our current campaign is The Curse of Strahd, a gothic horror-inspired setting in the dangerous and fog-shrouded land of Ravenloft.
While the setting is serious, our heroes are not. Will they actually be able to defeat the vampire lord Strahd and restore peace to Ravenloft? Or will they just steal goats and invoice villagers? Join us and find out on this episode, From Dusk Till Spawn.
Last episode, the party continued their fight against Rahadin. Adri's father and his Mirrorverse version were also within the temple in order to find Adri. The professional's evil double activated a cluster of bombs within the Amber Temple before he made his escape.
After Rahadin's defeat, the party decided to rest. The original Ludo had to leave as he was sure Strahd had somehow discovered his presence within the temple and would command him with further orders. The professional took first watch and began a game of chess with Mirrorverse Ludo, while Adri and Chunicote rested.
Can't stop, won't stop, in the words of P. Diddy.
Oh, okay.
Or Puff Daddy, or Puffy, or Puffer McDiedrichson. Didderson.
Is that his new?
New? P. Diddy's P. Diddy from now on. He doesn't get to reinvent again.
Oh, okay.
He's been around since 1992. That motherfucker's locked in. It's like if Snoop Dogg wants to go buy a new name. Too late.
Didn't he try that?
He tried Snoop Lion, and it lasted about 2.5 hours for the duration of the fucking festival he was at, and then once he was done, it was like Snoop Dogg. First off, that dude does not look like a lion.
No.
Whatever we want to say. I love the song Vato. I think it's fucking incredible. I love Snoop Dogg, right? I do. The old Snoop Dogg's way better, but every so often he gets a song like Vato. Vato, you won't believe what I saw. Like, oh, so good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be real and shit. It's so good. But you don't get to be lion. Dude, you weigh 105 pounds. You're 6'5". You're not a lion. It's Snoop Giraffe, maybe. There's some Ninja Turtles lore that I'm like super on. Like, do you remember Tatsu? You know Tatsu?
A
lot of people don't know his name, but they know of who Tatsu is. It's the guy who has no lines except for and whoa.
Oh. Wait.
That guy is fantastic. He was in the first Ninja Turtles movie, and he's the like sub commander under Shredder for the Foot Clan.
Mm-hmm.
And like he goes, go play. Like, it's fucking awesome. And in the second movie, I think the Secrets of the Ooze or whatever.
Yeah, Secret of the Ooze.
With the TGRI canisters or whatever. He goes, like, when they're in the lab fight, he like throws, he's like, ninja, vanish. And then he throws a smoke bomb and they're gone. And I mean,
yeah.
Whatever. I mean, like, the guy is so cool for not having any lines. They killed our master. And he like does like a karate demo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know it was supposed to be him like throwing couches and like kicking shit off the shelves and whatnot, but literally it was just a bunch of like bricks stacked up, made for like hitting with your hand, and then like a board placed up in a very convenient location, so that he could just do like a weird like technical demo while he was supposed to be furious. And I'm like, boy, That's convenient. That's
And he
someone's
had
job.
he had an intern set that up for him.
Me and Rachel were recording an intro one time. And we were talking about the guy who has to set everything up for the Blade rave.
I'm sorry.
The vampire. Do you remember in Blade where they're in the nightclub and the sprinklers come on and it just shoots blood everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we had talked about there being a vampire whose job it is to just set up parties for Deacon Frost.
Mm.
He's like the vampire party planner. It's like, I'm gonna need 300 gallons of blood, and I need them to be run through the water pipes through the sprinkler system. And they're like, what? I'm like, trust me, it's gonna be rad. Also, gonna need some strobe lights and a bunch of really like drugged up strippers. Is that a thing? Can we get those? I know it's short notice, but can we get those?
It's never short notice to get drugged up strippers. You just gotta know who to talk to.
Dear Lord.
Apparently.
Ooh, I'm sharing too much of my past again.
No, dude.
Oopsie.
Seriously, he's like a Sons of Anarchy backlog, like Jake.
Dude, I've lived all that shit. So I never really watched the show. It's like, why watch what I was already through?
I saw one episode of Sons of Anarchy. Can you guess which episode it is?
What you saw?
I don't know. Which one is it?
It's the one episode that guest stars Stephen King.
Nice.
Oh, I don't remember that.
He shows up and he like has to get rid of a body for them. And he shows up on his motorcycle and he's really weird.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Stephen King.
Yeah, it was amazing.
He's a fucking weird dude.
And
he goes to the Boston Red Sox games all the time. They show him in like the stands and he's just like, I'm like, please take the camera off of him now. You're bringing the whole mood down. We're up by 14 and I never felt like everyone on the team is going to get the plague all at the same time and die. We're going to forfeit this game due to like fucking like extra sensory fucking mind scream or something like that. Everyone's just gonna like grab their ears and fall to the ground and die instantaneously.
Yeah, some telekinetic girl is gonna like get really mad and then like
the whole stadium just explodes.
Yeah,
her name is Caroline. Sweet Caroline will destroy everyone in the
Carrie.
Sweet Carrie line. Oh man.
So we get to kill stuff today, right?
No. It's all dialogue today, Jake.
All right.
and Jake just signs off.
Is you finished?
And as you know, Jake's like, I'm having difficulties with my internet. Like, what?
I get to play chess with Homeboy. Do we get to see how that game concludes? Or are we just going to be mysterious?
We can do some rolls, your choice.
What rolls? I meant to tell you this at the end of the last game, but whoever has the highest intelligence should win that game. Because chess isn't like poker. There's no random. Everybody gets to see everything. Highest intellect always wins chess.
All right. He has a 15.
Fucking scrub. Like, I if we were to play poker or if we were to play any other game, I would totally.
But he has a 20 charisma, so he bluffs you to make you think he lost.
Ooh.
Well, I'll read his mind then. We did that one time. We played a game where we had a drinking competition, and everybody else was drinking, and my character was just tricking everyone into thinking he was drinking with them. So like they'd all have to pass con checks, and I'd have to pass bluff checks.
Oh my god!
And then at the last time, because I was barred fascinating them to make them not be able to lift their last glass, they'd just stand there, and then they'd lose the round, and we'd move on.
Oh my god!
But my buddy the final came down to me versus him, and he's a dwarf, but he had take melted candle wax and put it in his ears so I couldn't fascinate him, right? So I used my whip to slap at his balls under the table to try to fuck up his. That was one of my favorite moments.
God.
Yeah, he wore a kilt, so I was trying to like whip at his balls.
Oh my god!
Nicholas lucky charms.
I was like, "Drink now, motherfucker! You don't have to hear to feel that." Yeah, he ended up winning.
The stamina of dwarfs.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Can I have another?
His name was like Boric of the fucking Stoneball family or something because his balls had like DR versus whip or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like +2 natural armor on his nuts.
Yeah, he didn't fucking
Whip didn't
take.
affect
He
it.
didn't. He had the Gimli beard as padding. Like
There
it was
you
like
go.
it was like leather armor,
Yep.
and he was like moving his hips, so his AC went up due to Dex.
My God.
There's a moving target, and you're blinded. Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was like a pendulum. You're like a pit in a pendulum. You know those little clacky balls?
Uh-huh.
Cerberus.
You know what? Forget my opening that I had planned. That one's fine.
Oh my God.
Leave that in, Rachel.
I just
Add
wish
some
we
sound
were-
effects.
No.
We call it the peen and the pendulum.
Can we play?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, I got nothing better to do on a Saturday night.
So
Who wants to recap us? So there I was, slapping at his balls under the table with a whip.
We were in the temple.
we've talked about what you and Ludo do behind the scenes.
Uh,
Oh my.
Rachel tried to tune out
wrong
the fact
Ludo.
that
Wrong, Ludo.
Rachel tried to tune out the fact that Ludo made moves at me when we first met. She tried to deny it the other day. She was like,
Did
"He
I?
didn't," and I'm like, "He totally did."
I
A
don't.
spy shows no preference. He does whatever he needs to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean that's respectable. It's whatever. But I just thought like, don't deny what happened between me and your dad. He tried. He made moves,
And he was found wanting.
and he was found wanting. So
Weren't we finishing up resting?
Yeah.
the
Yes.
professional destroyed Adri's stupid dad at chess.
Ouch.
Made him just absolutely toyed with him.
Wow.
Let him take all of his pawns and then intentionally moved his pieces around the board so that he could get them, into a cool pattern. He lined up his pieces so they said F you on the board
Oh my God.
and then checkmated him immediately after. Adri, what's your character's intelligence? Just out of curiosity.
Why?
I'm just curious.
Don't worry about it.
You have a +1. You have a +1 to your, or no, do you have a bonus to your intelligence?
She doesn't have a bonus to her bluff at all, I can tell you that much.
An 11.
An 11, okay. Well, I guess, your mom's was probably lower, so the hybrid between the two got your...
It's rude.
Well, your dad's got a 15, right? I don't know how that works.
Ludo says, in my defense and curse, I wasn't there.
He's burn. Dad burn.
Wow. Well, that's harsh.
Adrian never went to school.
She didn't. She was homeschooled.
Yeah, but by one person who was a fighter.
Yeah.
She homeschooled you?
Yeah.
She didn't have... How was she going to teach her anything? She
Pats
was
her
a
on the head.
fighter.
I'm sorry.
She was a fighter. Or
was
a
a fighter.
a
She knew how to
paladin.
fight.
She knew how to fight. She knew how to kill undead.
Yeah. So that's
So
a
you
lot of
probably
what I
passed
learned.
gym.
And
Yeah.
I
Adrian's
bet you couldn't write a letter like a brick. Just it falls short.
Yeah. What is it? The spaceship or the starship flew in much a way a brick does not.
We have so much to do.
Okay. We really should. Okay. Recap.
Okay.
Okay.
So last episode, as the party began to explore the temple, found out that you were able to withstand the curse and prevail over the darkness inside the amber the first amber sarcophagus that Kavir came across. On the exit, you came across a four-way battle between Mir Ludo, Rahadin, and Mir Kavir. Mir Kavir quickly escapes because battle's beneath him, and Rahadin ended up paying the ultimate price.
And I have his head.
And you have his head. So it ended with the party deciding to rest, and Kavir engaging Mir Ludo in a game of chess.
Yeah. And
So
clearly I won.
Mir Ludo accepted the defeat.
He didn't have much of a choice. I delivered it right to his face. I'm like, keep practicing. You'll get better.
He smiles at you. At least I know which of you is smarter.
That's true.
And he begins to play his strings now. I played you both in chess.
Just to let you know, I got a 19 and a 4 on my my rolls.
All right. Both equally scare me now. I used to be happy on his low rolls. Now I know he can switch them out with somebody else's rolls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good days. So
That ability is stupid as fuck. It's so good.
So you guys are on the bottom floor of the Amber Temple. Your rest goes well. It's kind of eerie quiet now after the explosion as the dust has settled. The beautiful amber ground is still stained in blood from where Rahadin's body fell. The blood has dried throughout the long rest you guys took. You guys see around you. To the north, you see two doorways. Well, one open door, one sealed door that are past the statue. And to the left, you see another hallway.
Wait, a sealed door?
A sealed door, yes.
A sealed door.
Not a sealed door, a sealed.
A sealed door. The
Yeah.
one who kept the ring instead of throwing it into Mount Doom. A sealed
Yes,
door.
you see him standing there with a broken sword.
It is a gift. Shut up, Boromir copy, you fucking history. Never mind. That's for Lord of the Rings fans only. Never mind.
You see a closed door across the lobby.
A closed door. Father of a sealed door.
And across the hall, a open door, his mother.
An open,
Oh my!
a slam door, his stepsister. You're not my real dad. A slam door. No.
Oh my god!
And to the left, a cracked door, his stepbrother.
Oh, a cracked door. A cracked door's had a lot of trouble.
Right?
You know,
Nobody understands him.
he's been struggling. This family is horrible.
I completely lost track of what doors were where, man. This is not good. I got nothing.
When God closes a door, he opens a sealed door. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, okay. Tell us about the doors again, and I won't make any jokes. I'll mute myself.
You're fine. You're fine. Where you guys are, you're pretty much in the center of the giant main lobby room. On the northern side behind the statue, there's an open door that leads to a room full of... You don't know. You just know the door's been ripped off the hinges. On the other side, you see something else. You see a closed door that's shut. But off to the west, you see a hallway that you guys haven't been down. The whole side of the building you guys haven't actually been in yet. You guys have been up and down the east side, but you guys have yet to explore the western side. And hopefully that the other Kavir's explosions have not ruined any of the areas you guys have yet to partake in,
West Side.
and possibly corrupt yourselves and make the campaign even funner.
No.
I say we followed Tupac into the West Side. What do you guys think?
I'm not real keen on that door being shut there. I don't know if something could come out of that.
You're right. We should open that door.
Yeah. And just like stab stuff that's in it.
Alrighty.
Jake is like opening cupboards and like looking in drawers for something to fight.
I don't trust this shit, man.
Check under the bed. I hear there are monsters under there sometimes.
There might be.
So
I will draw my bow.
Luda just sits back and against the stairs and plays as watches you guys cross the temple.
Hey, Ludo, why don't you come open this door?
I'll open it.
Yeah, I'm not from manual labor. I don't know if you realize that yet. I'm here to look pretty.
Here.
Oh, keep trying. Okay.
All right.
Hey, there's living proof next to you that somebody found me pretty.
This is a weird conversation about my mom that I'm uncomfortable with.
I'm gonna look around the room and like, guys, I don't know what he's talking about.
He looked at him like, wait a minute. You and the other me? Holy shit.
No. No,
oh my God.
But I'm nervous about what you're thinking now.
Okay, Adrian, go ahead. Open that door. I got you covered.
Sure. All right. I'm going to go up to the door. I'm going to draw my shield for the extra AC in case there's a
As
trap.
you reach for the door, you hear very suspenseful music from behind you.
I'm going to turn around and shoot him.
I'm going to say,
I really am.
Do not.
I'm going to say, I'll bring up the rear.
Shoot him.
Do not shoot my dad.
I'm going to say, I'll bring up the rear, and then I'm going to look at him and be like, not like that. You know.
He is bent over on the stairs, laughing, unable to play.
All right, I'm going to open the door.
All right. It does not budge.
Is it locked or just stuck?
You feel it locked.
Locked is as good as wedged to a drunk duck.
What?
So as you shake the door, you realize it's arcane locked.
Okay.
Okay, I can do that, right?
Do you have a disable magic spell?
No, but I have disable locks.
I know someone that has a dispel magic spell.
Oh, you guys can dispel magic, I guess.
I know someone that has one.
By looking at it, can I determine what kind of if there's a trap attached to the magic lock?
You'd have to do more inspecting on it.
Okay. Can I roll investigate or something?
Well, Arcana.
Which one do you want?
Arcana.
Arcana. I got a 12.
You definitely pick up the spell. It is arcane lock. The door is sealed by it.
Can I take a look at it?
Sure. You know you can beat the crap out of the door if you want to get through it.
Oh, yeah. Well, how about a 23 Arcana?
You know it triggers something, but it's definitely not connected to the door.
Well, Kavir, it triggers something, but definitely not connected to the door.
Why, thank you. Thank you, Wesley Crusher.
Hey, I'm going to save the universe this episode. Wait and see. Shut up, Wesley.
Oh, man. He was on Twitter, Will Wheaton, and he said, next person who messages me, shut up, Wesley, is getting blocked, right? He wrote that. And then, like, 30 seconds later, fucking Patrick Stewart messaged him, shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley. How can you
Patrick
not love
Stewart
that?
is a fucking deity, man. That dude's
How
so
can you
fun.
not love that man? He is just amazing.
I cannot wait for his show to start.
His show, Blunt Talk, is so fucking funny. He's doing, like, lines of cocaine off this mirror that his manservant is preparing for him. He's like, and so someone screenshotted that image and posted, the line must be drawn here, no further. I was in tears, man.
God.
So good.
Oh my God. That's
Anyway,
too
I'm
much.
sorry. Sorry. Okay.
Oh,
So-
do you guys want me? You guys want me to bust this or what? I could zap it.
I'm going to back away. I'm going to go stand over by Ludo. I'm going to be like, yes, I think that's
Same.
probably prudent.
I'll stand back too.
All right. Well, then I'm going to stand back about 30 feet or so. I think I'm still within range. Hit that with the good old dispel magic.
It's going to be a spider bomb. It's just going to open a bucket of spiders above you.
Nice. You okay? You need a roll on that or anything, or just poof?
No, you cast Dispel Magic. All right. You cast Dispel Magic, the arcane lock goes off the door, and you feel the doors swing easy.
Yeah.
Adric, can you give me perception checks?
Great.
Okay.
Yay. 18.
20 total?
29.
Jesus H. Christ.
You see Ludo counting on his fingers.
Look at him.
Is he counting up or down?
Up. He stops at 2. He kind of is looking left to right.
Can
Want to let us in on what you're looking for?
There's 2 of those. He points to the golem kicking its legs.
What?
There's another golem?
In my world, there's 2 of those.
Oh,
Oh, there's only one now.
Well, there's only one in the floor you guys have seen, which means
there must
oh,
be
shit.
another one.
Oh, joy.
he backs upstairs.
So our perceptions didn't determine anything?
You caught Ludo counting as behind you guys as he's.
I rolled a nat 20 on that perception.
I didn't say it was a big perception. I just.
That's unfair.
It's always the best. It's like I had my one player roll the critical on an attack roll, and he's rolling everything. He's rolling all these dice, because he's like a ranger. He's got all these different modifiers. He's rolling all these, and I told him, I said, the thing only had 1 hit point left, right? He's like, you suck.
I do that to my players, but I wait for them to add everything up.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I waited for him to add everything.
Yeah.
I let him go. He's like 42 points of damage. Yeah. I'm like, oh, it's dead. And I said, only had 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
Oh, you suck. Oh, it's beautiful.
What do you guys do?
So is the door open?
It's free to open. It moves freely. Did you guys open it?
I'm staying right where I'm at. I'm going to pass the buck on this one.
I'll go over and open it.
I got it covered with my bow.
As you open the door, you see the room is 30 feet high and flat. And 6 large piles of treasure heaped against the west and east walls of the stone room.
Wait.
I disbelieve it.
No, it's mine. It's. You said you didn't want this one.
I can smell treasure as soon as the door opens, wafting through like fucking Peppa the Pew. Like I can just smell.
What kind of treasure is it?
Smells like 23,917 gold in there.
Well, one pile you see easily over 15,000 copper. You see 30 gemstones, a few rusted plates of armor, some rusted shields, a child-sized sarcophagus with black wood inlaid with gold trim.
That's creepy.
Another pile you see, a big pile of at least 10,000 plus of silver. You see more rusted suits of ring mail and rusted breastplates that have gone to, just time is destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Silvered rapier with a pink glass hilt.
Ooh.
4 rusted greatswords that time is destroyed, and a gilded chariot. The third pile, you see easily over 5,000 in loose. Oh God, I'm going to say this wrong. Imperium. It wasn't in 3.5. I'm used to copper, gold, and silver. I'm not used to. Hey, Jake, it's Imperium, right?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Are we looking at Electrum or what?
Yeah, Electrum. My apologies. Electrum.
Okay.
And with the profiled visage of Strahd. 75 empty bottles. You see a trunk there that's closed. You see jewelry draped over the trunk. And you see 8 statues of saints. The fourth pile is a pile of iron ingots, 30 holy symbols from different gods of various worlds. You see a set of copper chalices with silver filigree. You see a gilded skull with red garnets in the eye sockets, and 8 war hammers and 6 war picks. The fifth pile, you see about 9,000 loose of silver, 6 non-magical crystal balls, a bronze crown with a tiny gem-eyed dragon for spires, a life-size wooden pony, and 6 marble vases. Each, you look at them, all of them weigh more than Adri. 7,000 wooden coins painted gold, which immediately probably irks the professional to someone try to pass off wood as gold. They're worthless. 15,000 in copper, in 15 iron pots. You see an obsidian scepter with gold filigree, elven rusted helms, 15 thin leather-bound tomes, all of them signed copies of the storybook called Snow Dwarf and the Seven Whites by Nietzsche Rakame, and a empty pedestal across the room.
Oh, this is just screaming trap.
I'm gonna open the door more and kind of step to the side so that way they can see in the room and be like, "There's a lot of stuff in here."
You ever heard of the term orgy of evidence?
No.
You see an elf in the back waving his hand. I have.
No, it's not the same thing. An orgy of evidence is what a detective says when they walk into a building to look for evidence, and everything's very obvious. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's clearly a fingerprint on a glass next to a bloody murder weapon, next to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Next to a footprint from the shoe of the person you suspect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just very, very obvious.
You also see a small fissure in the wall to the north that created 2 natural openings that are virtually side by side, about 3 feet wide and 8 feet high, that continue deeper.
You said how wide were the fissures?
3 feet.
And you said there was a small child sarcophagus in here?
Yes.
When I touched the last one, right?
That was an amber sarcophagus. This is an actual,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this isn't like one of the sealed ones where you see that little black speck of evil inside of it.
I'm gonna open that. I'm gonna open that little coffin.
You see it was just a child-sized coffin with black wood inlaid with gold.
How about that photo of Strahd? You said there was like a painting.
No, the 6,000
of the coins.
The coins
with his face on it.
Yeah.
I don't like this coffin. I think we got to break it.
Hold on. When he opens the coffin, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing inside except for it looks like where a child might have been laid.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of indentation?
There's no evidence that's ever been used.
Right, but it had intended. Does it look like any of the same craftsmanship that we would have noticed from the coffin maker?
No.
Yeah. No, this is like better.
No. Yes, this is a lot better. This is This is made by an artist.
Okay.
This is made by a master carpenter.
On the inside of coffins, generally they have like padding and a pillow for where the head would go to kind of keep it upright.
Yes.
Would you say that
actually inlaid with gold?
Right. On the interior, the pillow size for the person's where the head would go. Clearly, it's made for a child, not for some special animal or anything like that. It's made for a human.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if we don't survive, then this will be irrelevant for all of this gold. And if we do survive, it's probably smarter that we get it after the fact. I would suggest not messing with it yet. Don't even touch it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I don't need any of it.
I am curious though. And I'm like, you should be ready. Right? And I'm going to take a slow mosey around the outside of the piles of treasure.
They're all against the walls.
Okay, well, as close as I can
Okay.
to each one without actually touching any of the treasure.
All right.
I'm covering them with my bow the whole time.
All right.
And when I get over towards where you said there was a closed trunk,
Yes.
I'm going to take the light sword.
All
And
right.
I'm going to have it turn on, and I'm going
Alright.
to tap the side of the light blade against the top of it.
All right. You hear a thunk of the light blade hitting it.
Okay, I'm going to turn the blade sideways so that the sharp end is
Okay.
pointed down, and I'm going to push and try to carve into the wood or the metal with the edge of the sunblade.
All right. As you do that, you're actually begin to chip the wood.
Okay, good. So then I'm going to disengage the blade, and I'm going to use one of my thieves wedging tools, like a blackjack, stick it in there, and then try to pop the trunk.
As you pop it open, dresses begin to spill out because they were tightly packed into the trunk, and these big frilly dresses all begin to pop out.
How conservative would you say that these dresses are? Because I know that's the first fucking question.
They are defined as 6 fine dresses and gowns, worth
Size.
25 gold each.
Size for a child or a woman?
I would assume a woman. It doesn't say anything about being small.
Okay.
I'm just looking for correlations with the coffin, perhaps.
Understood.
Yeah, that just there's a little kid vampire running around. I don't like that shit.
I'm gonna look at Adrian and be
Strahd
like,
Jr.
Right?
If they're appropriately conservative, Adri will.
Yeah, two of them are car covers. One of them is a pool tarp, and the other 3 are shower curtains. So yes, you could, with some masking tape, you could just wrap yourself in one of them, and then.
Okay, great.
Adrian, if you don't mind, I'd like to take 2 of those. One for Gertrude and one for our maid.
Sure.
Let's leave them here. We'll come back and get them because we're not certain yet.
Later.
No, I'm just gonna throw them in my bag. I got enough room for that.
No, the point was that we're not certain if this stuff is cursed or not.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Sounds good.
We could find out
Well,
later when we're not in an evil temple. And
You guys
have
hear a
other
bass
things
string from behind you. Dun,
to worry
dun,
about.
dun.
well, he's already I'm looking at him, write him on his sheet, so it's pointless what we say.
they're in my
He's already
bag.
gotten 2 dresses.
They're in my bag.
If Jake gets cursed from 2 old dresses,
Isn't Gertrude 12?
Yeah, so we can get it as altered.
Okay.
Or she'll grow into it. I don't know.
if there was a narrator,
Part
in
of my
life,
pack, I have to take care of her.
it'd be like de-smoked cigarette or inquisitively. I'm going to keep an eye on Jake or Chunikote to see if he starts to pick up any mannerisms of old Victorian women.
Oh, should you care for tea and scones? Tea and scones, come here. Tea and scones.
I love that for Victorian era women, his first is tea and scones and his last is tea and scones, and there is absolutely no shift whatsoever in his perception.
I got nothing.
He's like, tea and scones, tea and scones. I'm like, for a person who lived through the Victorian era, you think you'd have better insight.
So,
Okay.
Oh, I'll call the bubbies.
So I guess I'll look into the crevasse or the fissures or whatever around the room.
all right. They're dark, and you see they go deeper into the mountain.
Want me to throw a light spell through there?
I got you. And I'm going to use the light sword, light it up, and put it inside.
All right. As you continue through them, are you going to enter the room on the other side?
Wait,
Or
you
just
said it was
begin?
3 feet.
They are 3 feet wide, but they are 10 feet deep.
Okay, but what do I see with the light? You're already asking me if I walk down there, and you haven't told me what I see.
Oh,
So
you see a 10-foot long fissure that goes through the mountain that continues to another room.
right, but what do I see out of the hole on the other end?
There
You're
you
being
go.
very coy about this.
As you look through the room, or you look through the fissure into the room ahead of you, you
Right.
see a set of stairs that goes upstairs. You can see 2 more sarcophaguses, but you see an inlet just out of your sight. And then you see 6 wooden crates on the ground.
Okay, and there was just the one fissure, correct?
There's actually 2 of them that are right next to each other.
I'm gonna look at the other one too.
They both go the same way.
Okay, fair. I'm gonna look back at Adrian and be like, "How do you feel about cramped spaces?"
Fine. You want me to go in there?
Yes, I would like that.
Okay. All right, I'll walk over.
Chunikote, how do you feel about closing up the rest of that open air?
I'm already walking down the other one and covering her when she comes out.
Fantastic.
As
I
you guys
already
look-
know the routine.
I'm gonna
You
wait
see-
till they're about halfway and then start behind them.
All right. You see a golden marble staircase with black marble railing that hugs the north wall that spiral gently up 30 feet to another floor. Lying in the middle of the room are 6 rotting wood crates. The amber-colored walls are sculpted to look like tentacles that intertwine around a marble bas reliefs of kings, queens, and pharaohs and sultans, attended by a myriad of slaves. The west and east walls contain alcoves, and sorry,
David, you're
Dude,
killing me.
bro, dude, I've been at it since like 4 this morning at work.
No, I got you.
Alcoves, and standing in each alcove is a tall, rough block of amber. 2 wide cracks have opened up. Is the 2 cracks you guys are coming out of, and you see a third alcove to the south, which you can guess is a third sarcophagus.
I was going to ask before about the amber coffins or sarcophagi. When I touched them before, right, and I accepted the bargain before, it asked me if I would accept, and then I said no, correct?
Correct.
Right. And the curse that I received was that I cannot take no for an answer, not that I could not say no to an action, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Good. So then I'm going to walk to each one, and I'm going to touch my finger against it.
How about
here-
I do that? Because I have a better track
you'll-
record of not accepting evil bargains, and then I'll tell you what they offer.
But you're going to lie if it seems like something I would
Okay.
want.
But you're gonna know if I'm lying.
How
Yeah.
would I know if you're lying every time?
Because it's Adrian, she can't lie.
I don't know. She's been putting up some good numbers recently.
Okay.
Okay, well, fine. I'll defer to your judgment on this case.
Okay.
So who's walking towards the sarcophagus?
I will.
As you do that, one of the rotten crates breaks open and a vampire spawn lunges at you.
Oh, sweet. I was stabbing with my sword.
My bow was drawn. I was ready for this. I get a shot.
Yes, you get a shot before it attacks her.
FYI, he's in sunlight.
All right. So their healing is disabled.
All right.
I like to imagine the beam of light comes out of that crevice that we walked through and hits like Ludo on the other side. And he's like, shit, and he has to move to the left.
He's like, ow.
All right. With the sharpshooter feat, I got an 18.
That hits.
17 points of damage.
All right.
I only have time for the one shot, right?
Right. So
Since
17
they're all
plus 20 from being in sunlight. How far does your sunlight extend?
I think it's 60 feet.
Yeah, 60 feet on that.
I'll check though on the
No
sun.
worries.
I'm
All right.
I'm going to say 60 on that as well. I'm almost positive.
Alrighty.
There's a company. I did a typo when I was typing in Sunblade into Google, and it came up Sunblad. And there's a bunch of companies named Sunblad, and I'm like, oh bullshit. Sunblad, really?
Okay.
It is bright light in a 15-foot radius, dim light for an
Oh.
additional 15 feet.
Yeah, so 30.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they've really nerfed that for the 5th edition.
No, that's fine. 15 sunlight's pretty rad. And then, but it's still light after that.
All right. And he misses Adri because I'm assuming a 10 misses you.
That definitely misses me.
All
I
right.
didn't even come close.
Her forehead AC is way lower. Just keep that in mind.
All right. Give me initiatives.
She's gone through 3 cocoon stages at this point.
I've got an 8 initiative. Yay!
21.
12.
All right. Kavir, Chinikote, Adri. Hold on. Okay.
Listen to David rolling initiative for all the other vampires spawn in those crates.
Yeah, that's a lot of
yeah.
rolls for
Yeah.
one
Oh
vampire.
yeah!
Oh yeah, all 6 crates break and 6 or 5 more pop out.
Okay.
Woohoo! Yes.
Top of the round is Kavir.
Okay, since they're in front of me and I can't really get past them, I'm going to spend my turn with my sun sword up, like up in the air, so it's above them, so the light still shines through. And I'm going to also take my hand to make like hand puppets on the shadow that goes back out the wall towards Ludo.
Okay.
So the hand puppets, I'm going to do like a dog, right? Or like kind of deal. And then right before I stop doing it, I'm going to hold up the middle finger. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Vamp number 6 rushes to Chunikote.
What? I'm right here.
Bring it, bitch.
A +6. I'm sorry, 16. Sorry.
No.
All right. Second one goes. And 21 is the second one.
21 on me.
Yes.
That will hit.
All right. Take 8 from the claw that strikes across you. And we are at number 2. Rushes Adri. 21.
That will hit because it matches my AC.
Okay. Give me a grapple and give me an escape.
Oh God, what?
It's acrobatics or
Um,
athletics or
Yeah, either one, athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say athletics probably for you.
13.
What was it? 13? 13, you're able to escape the grapple. No damage.
Okay.
Alrighty. And then Adri is up next.
Okay. How close are all of these spawn? Specifically, can I move to a position where they would be within a 15-foot radius around me?
I've never heard this
No.
question before.
No?
No, there are 3 of them on the other side of the room, and there are 3 next to you.
Okay, but how big is this room?
This room is 70 feet.
70 feet.
Mm-hmm.
15 feet on either side of them? Wouldn't hit.
Yeah, 70 feet.
And they're more than... Because if I get in the middle, that's like 15 foot on either side.
Yeah, this isn't a room you could try to echo chamber your cleric.
You know
nuke.
what? You know what? Where am I spells?
She's
Where are my
flipping pages
spells?
aggressively.
Your spell should be in your character sheet.
You know what?
Her character sheet is the book.
This is why she should have gone to school with Ludo.
Well, he wasn't there. All right, Adri was raised by a single mom doing her best.
Not his fault. He was cursed and thrown in a hellhole.
Okay.
Wow.
Not Adri's fault that her mom was a paladin who was really good
Was
at
uptight
fighting.
and had to stick up the ass. No,
I-
it wasn't Adri's fault. It was Rachel's fault because she wrote the character.
That's true.
I
true.
wanted
Your
a backstory reason for why Adri had an 11 intelligence. All right, and I was like, she was raised by a paladin, so
Have you met her cousins?
she doesn't have any cousins.
Yep.
It's canon.
No, it's not.
How can you tell me what's canon, what's not canon?
He's the DM.
I'm the-
Everything's canon.
I'm the DM of the other game.
But right now, I'm acting DM.
Sorry, I need to look at the cylinder of sunlight that I might be casting.
I guess character canon is based on whoever the character who created it is, right?
Quasi, yeah.
So maybe Rachel doesn't think that Adri is cousins, right? But in our game, we're all the creators of our character, and we do think that. So since the 4 creators outnumber the 1, right?
So then if I kill all your bards,
Yeah.
Then we will still be your cousins, but we'll be undead.
you'll be
Which
dead.
will be even harder to explain.
You'll be dead. Hold on. Oh, 30-foot reach. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Can I move to where I can get the most vampire spawn within the Ducknado?
That'd be 3.
3.
Wait,
Okay.
no, actually 2.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't be able to get the way the 3 of them. Yeah, because you got about 40 feet between the 3. You'd miss one just barely. Because 2. Actually, no. 3 have rushed you guys.
Yeah.
So, you can catch 3.
Okay. Bonus action, spiritual weapon. On, I don't know, whichever, the one that tried to grapple me.
All right. Mr. Krabby.
Mr. Krabby. Oh, that's a terrible name.
He's old and he likes to slowly bring his
No.
finger.
Once again, we want to thank you guys for listening to Freelance Heroism. We hope you're having just as much fun listening as we are playing. Visit us at facebook.com/freelanceheroism and leave us a like. If you want to see our adventures in comic form, The Professional illustrates our misadventures and more at 1d4rounds.com. And if you want to support us, consider donating. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Keep an eye out for rewards as we add them.
Our theme is Nady's Save by Knit Your Own Scarf, used under the Creative Commons license. You can find a link in the show notes. Our cast includes Dees, that's me, as Kavir the Professional, Rachel Moore as Adri the Wood Elf, Bubba Downs as Mute Ghost Ragnik the Bold, Jake Sipple as Chunikote the Wayward Shaman, and last but not least, our DM, David D. Walker.
Questions or comments? Send an email to freelanceheroismpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next week. In the meantime, the invoice is in the mail.
That's a raven.
It is.
That's a raven voice.